hours to be here. Can you get to the official time, please? You can give his report, can't you? We done? All right, looks like the hours arrived. Let's call the meeting to order. First, we want to send our thoughts and prayers to Dan and his family for their loss, and we would appreciate your favorable thoughts for him and his family in their time of need. Let's see, I've heard from Matt that he wasn't going to be here, but let's call the roll, please.
Mike Bell.
Here.
Bill Britton.
Here.
Tony Cox.
Here.
Bob Garrett.
Here.
John Hofer.
Here.
Keith Jackson.
Here.
Louis Jarvis.
Here.
Matt Lacey. Tom Rush.
Here.
Dan Moore.
So we've got a quorum. The first order of business is to take any public comment. Anyone got something they'd like to share with the board this morning? Good morning. There's time. Anything other than just say good morning? If not, we'll move on to minutes. You will note in your distributed this morning is an amended page 2 of the minutes reflecting a change there. What's your pleasure?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes submitted. Second.
The motion and the second. That's Mr. Jarvis and Mr. Rush. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Minute stands approved. Next item of business is a financial report. We've done an upgrade from Amy, so Paul, can you kind of bring us up to date on what we got?
Yes, sir. On the second page that Amy had emailed out to you, your financial statements, is our statement of net position, or more commonly your balance sheet. Only item of note there, the First Tennessee account, we did transfer $131,000 out of that into the sweep account during the month of February. There were no fixed asset additions or anything like that. Stephanie is currently using the new and the old system to record receivables and such like that. So we are basing our accounts receivable bookings on the new system as it's going live. The next 2 pages are your income statement, which shows the current month compared to year to date. Nothing really out of the ordinary for February. It was a standard month. Like I said, no fixed asset additions or anything like that. Our bottom line for the month, we were up $85,313 for a year-to-date increase in our net position of $266,300. Our last 2 pages are where we take our year-to-date income statement and compare it to prior year. And as you'll see, our revenues are up year-to-date right at $169,000, and year-to-date net position increase has increased from year over year to $182,324. So if anyone has any questions, I'll be glad to answer them or get more information and get back to you. But it is a pretty good month. Nothing out of the ordinary happening.
We got any questions? We don't often get a chance to take a swipe at Paul, but take the opportunity while he's here. All right. Anything, Tom, on investments we want to add, other than we corrected the minutes, anything that we need to?
Nothing else has changed. We have made application to the local government investment pool, but we haven't moved any funds at this point.
Okay. We were scheduled to get a report from the development district. Steve, looks like you could read his report to us. No, that's we'll roll on into the engineering report and see what comes out.
Okay. Just a few items. The set of pond analysis where TDEC had asked us to, or asked Dan to do some sampling there. We're going to have to do at some point a little bit more monitoring. There was one constituent, which was ammonia, was a little high in there, and Dan's group has set a pump in there to do some aeration to try to get those levels down, and we'll be sampling that again when we come up to do the well sampling. And just a little bit high. Wasn't anything I don't think to be concerned about. TDEC wasn't really too concerned. The closure plan, we'll have a draft of that completed by next meeting. Item 3, we met with the geotech to develop a drilling plan for that potential expansion area, and TDEC's got a certain way they want these areas drilled. And, what we'll do is we planned on just doing our borings in spots on there they do a triangular grid. And anywhere we do those, we'll be able, if we find that the site's suitable and we wanna move on, we can use those. We won't have to go back and we won't be wasting those, borings. Bill, I think you had a question on that item 3 there, or did we get that addressed earlier? Okay. The EPA greenhouse gas reporting is due March 31st. We've got all the data together and got the biggest part of that entered into their, you have to go to their website and get into some forms. I don't know, 20 pages of forms have to be filled out there. Most of that data is just carried over from last year. So we've ordered the sample containers for the first well sampling event of this year. There will only be 2 required instead of 4, and probably around the 1st of April we'll start sampling. My guys kind of like to catch a dry day or 2. They don't like to wade around the mud too much. I don't know why. And item 6 down there, I had told y'all some months back, I guess, that we were trying to get TDEC to let us close 2 of those wells. One of them is right beside another one. Neither us, Dan, or TDEC, or anybody else knows why it was put in there. And they've agreed to let us close it because it's basically redundant to the one right beside it. And then there's another one that the casing down in there is broken. And the samples from it are, you can't trust anything because you're not, there's too much potential influence from other, from groundwater, or from water that might run into that casing from other places, so they've allowed us to close it. And to do that, my thoughts were when the geotech came up to do these borings, that he could go ahead and close those, because they know how to
Let us
close.
close that other one also.
2 of them, yeah. So that's kind of where we're at. If there's any questions, be glad to answer.
Anything else from Mr. Bostic? Well, folks, we're running out of agenda. Anything somebody needs to bring to the table we hadn't covered before? Unfinished from you? Stephanie, you got any filler? Can tell us a joke, sing a song? Well, if nobody has any additional business, we'll call the meeting adjourned.